Yeah. I have about a 25-minute commute in the morning right now, so I normally get up around 2:30 in the morning, to get my day started. I leave the house about 3, and yeah, so it has its drawbacks, but it's also nice getting out at noon. Yeah, I like it. It's a nice solitude, kind of get your day off to a good start. I like getting out at noon, 1 o'clock. Other jobs I've gotten out as late as 2, but yeah, I mean, it's nice because you have the rest of the day to yourself, more or less. But the drawback is you've got to go to bed. I usually go to bed about 6:30 at night, so I am married and have 3 kids, but if I was single, I imagine it would kill your social life because there's not too much, you miss a lot. Well, there's a lot on your plate. That's the main thing. It's kind of, I call it controlled chaos. You've got, things in the oven, things in the proof box, things you have to be doing here on the table, like making scones. And yeah, it's just trying to get everything organized so that, you don't want to overbake anything, you don't want to underbake everything. I've been doing it so long, it's just a routine now, but it's really tough for people that are coming in for the first time, to get everything down pat. But yeah, you hit the door, you have to hit the door running. That's the main thing. That's what you run in this business. You're running against the clock all the time, so I can tell if I'm ahead, behind, how it's going just by looking up the clock. So you can't really cut too many corners. Usually once you're behind, you're behind, but I try not to let that happen. But yeah, there's a few things you can do. Just for instance, if you were running behind, you wouldn't make a complicated scone. So if you're running behind, or if you've got a real busy day in banquets, you try not to make anything too time consuming. Try to lighten the load. But yeah, usually if you're running behind, there's not a whole lot you can do. Some things, but the majority of things you can't rush. And if you do, you'll know that, the product will suffer. Some go to the restaurant, some go to banquets, and some go to the Mason Cafe across the street, that little cafe they started in, Mason Hall. The day was always long, but when that Mason Cafe opened up, it's been over a year now, that added a considerable amount of more, because I used to come in about 5, but once Mason Cafe opened up, then it turned into 4, so